Hello to my 50 subscribers!
Yay!
Hey guys, I used to post really shitty videos in middle school. I was curious. It's my senior year of high school. Truly, I wanted to try out something that isn't entirely new, but pretty new to me. Content creation. And as someone who spends many hours on YouTube, many hours on YouTube, I wanted to hop on the bandwagon and perhaps find a new hobby. Wait, that's the topic of this video? Today, we will be talking about why you need a hobby, or else your life will be terrible and you will be very sad. Okay? And disclaimer, this is specifically talking about the people who think they're too nonchalant to have a hobby, and that it's lame. It's not, so. By just looking at the background behind me at my bedroom, you can probably see that I definitely have quite a few hobbies. I enjoy crocheting. I love to paint. I also like to collect little trinkets like Tokidoki Unicornos and Calico Critters. It's really fun. However, my room is very cluttered. But that's besides the point because I don't give a shit. What I give a shit about is me being happy. And for some reason, I guess not many people understand that. Some people are very embarrassed to show interest in hobbies. Even just like generic hobbies. Like, I don't know, like something other than a sport, okay? Because it seems everybody does sports. I see many people, instead of getting these hobbies, they sit around and scroll on their phones. Now, to a certain extent, this is fine because literally everybody on this planet does that. Not everyone on the planet, but most people in my generation do that, including me. I sit around and scroll on Instagram Reels. I'd say collectively an hour a day. Of course, it would be higher if I didn't have hobbies or a job. Hobbies don't have to be super expensive. Coloring with Crayola crayons. Crayola crayons are at most 10 schmacks. And a coloring book you can find anywhere. Even on Amazon for super duper cheap. You can find some cute aesthetic coloring books. And I have quite a few. I love to color. And it's not that much money. It's not. And I know many people who don't indulge in hobbies. For some people, it's not that they don't have the money. Maybe it's because they don't have the time. But for the people who can't use either of those excuses, you're just harming yourself. I feel the most happy when I balance out my day with my stupid iPad games and my painting. It has led me on a journey. Maybe not the iPad games, but the painting has led me on a journey to appreciate many things around me. And, explore myself, explore the deep, dark depths of my own mind, which I understand many people do not want to do. They're afraid of what's in their old noggin. Sure, I guess you can consider hanging out with friends a hobby, but what do you do with them? Sit around and talk? Lame! Why don't you play a game or something? Fucking God. Anyway, most people watching this video probably do have hobbies, but you don't even realize it because they're like small little things that everybody does. Like listen to music. That can be considered a hobby. Collecting shoes. Anything that you indulge in that takes some time, brings you joy, that can be considered a hobby. Like, have you heard of hobby horsing? People get the wooden sticks with the plush horse head on the top of it, and they start riding it, and they pretend it's a real horse, but it's not, and they jump hurdles. That's called hobby horsing. That's a hobby. You don't need to find a hobby that's absurd as that one, but find one that really fulfills your needs. I feel like as we age, we tend our some of us may get sadder. I work at an assisted living home, and I can vouch for them that many of them are they don't do much. They just wander around. Today, while cleaning up dishes, a resident came up to me and said, "I wish I could help you. I have nothing to do at all. I'm tired of doing nothing." And it made me think, it sparked a light bulb in my brain where I was like, she's really missing out on all the fun things she could be indulging in. There's so many hobbies out there that can take up your time, and I know that sitting with your own thoughts and in silence is normal. That's completely normal. But what isn't normal is doing that all the time. Because over time, you will wallow in your own sadness. And this isn't to depress you, this is to encourage you from the bottom of my heart. You will be happy if you spend a few dollars on a hobby. A coworker a few days ago, I was so excited to show her my collection. I was like, you know what? After this terrible shift, I should go shopping. I should buy another minifigure. And she was like, "This is why you complain. This is why you're broke. You constantly complain that you're broke." And I was like, "Okay, pause. I'm not completely broke. For a senior who has a job and is going to college soon, I'm not that broke. This isn't an invite to rob me." I looked at her and I was like, "How could you say such a thing?" Because I'm happy. And that's all that fucking matters in the long run. Who cares about the money? In the long run, in the future, I'll look back and be like, wow, that really gave me a rush of dopamine. At least I'm not doing cocaine. It could be worse. That could be my way of getting dopamine. Cocaine. Off the street. That's what it could be. But it's not. Instead, it's unicorn minifigures. For the next 5 minutes, I was sad. I was really sad. Incredibly sad. Because I was thinking to myself, what is she talking about? In conclusion, get a hobby. You'll thank yourself in the long run. It's a nice way to take your mind off of what's going on around you occasionally. Something other than straining your eyes, staring at a screen, and scrolling. Okay. Thanks. Peace.